Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are doing a Talk About It Tuesday. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, comment, leave us questions, comments, whatever. We're gonna be talking about our marriage today. Marriage in general.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm gonna start. We're actually making tacos and it's Taco Tuesday. So I'm making tacos and we're gonna be making tacos at home and we're gonna eat here and we'll talk about our marriage or marriage in general, like he said. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so things are just about ready. I'm just gonna start serving here in a bit, so we'll see y'all when we sit down to eat. Hey guys, welcome back. We are just about to eat. I made tacos
For Taco Tuesday.
And some rice. So yeah, our subject today, guys.
In case you're wondering.
So I made rice and some tacos, just some beef tacos. Quick dinner. I just got home from work, so yeah. Didn't feel like going out to eat, so. Anyways, guys, we wanted to talk about marriage and not our marriage in general.
Our marriage a little bit, but marriage in general, using our marriage as a basis. Using our experience and our knowledge from our marriage to talk about marriage in general. Like, what would we tell somebody else? You better make sure you want to do it. I mean, for real. You know, I know a lot of people always say, oh, you've been together so long, when y'all get married. You know, a lot of people, I think, feel pressured, to get married.
And it shouldn't even be a pressure, guys. It should be like, I want to spend the rest of my life with this man. Or I want to spend the rest of my life with this woman.
That's the thing. Right there. There you go.
It shouldn't have to be something that you have to think about so hard. Because if you have to think about it that hard, probably ain't the right one.
Right. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people say, you want to try to marry your best friend because you're going to be with them 24/7. I mean, you come home, they're there. You go out, they're probably going with you. Your bank accounts, I mean, your money's going to, everything is together. So you need to make sure it's someone that you're like, this is a person that I want to be with, like I really, really, really want to be with, not that you have to. Or saying, well, that's just what everybody says you're supposed to do. Don't do that. Yeah. Like always, she's always leaving me by myself.
You want chips?
No, I'm good, thank you. If you do decide, if you ever do decide that you do want to get married, do your research. Don't just, oh, I love this person. Don't do that.
Make sure you check that credit.
Yeah, the lust will go away and realization will kick in. Like, okay, well, this person's not so perfect.
Right.
Nobody out there is perfect. But you need to see what you're getting into.
Guys, and not being perfect is okay. You just have to learn to deal with that. If bad credits are okay with you, then move forward. If somebody is not perfect in any other way, credit, job-wise, education-wise, that's up to you.
You need to know exactly what you're willing to put yourself in.
Put up with.
Put yourself in. If you know they don't have an education, are you willing to accept that and deal with it? If you know that they got bad credit, are you willing to accept and deal with that? 5 babies from 4 different baby mamas, are you willing to accept that? Are you willing to put up with the drama? If they don't want kids, is that something you're wanting?
Right. I think that's a big one. That would be a deal breaker because, guys, if you want kids and the other person doesn't, you're never going to be happy. No matter what, you're just not going to be happy.
And also, how many kids? 1, 4, 5?
I wanted 3.
I wanted 5, but we couldn't afford it. So we stopped at 2.
But I mean, even looking at credit, guys, you want somebody that's going to be able to not be a dependent on you. You want a partner. You want someone to move up in the world with and to be with, to be happy, to get money, to travel, to whatever it is, For us, that is what we wanted.
But if you want someone who's dependent on you, like a stay-at-home spouse, then that's what you need to look for. Don't go get a career girl. Because she's going to want her own money. She's going to want to travel, like she said. Mm-hmm. But, if that's what, if you're looking for somebody to stay at home and be dependent on you and you be the only income, that's fine. But make sure you know what you're looking for. Don't just say, wow, she's hot, I will make it work.
And guys, we've been together since we were 15. And in high school. What?
A long time.
Because we're old now, guys. We're old. So anyways, we have been together for a long time. And it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. There's ups, there's downs. There's when we have money, when we don't have money, when we struggle, when we're not struggling, when we're having a great time, traveling. And then other times, we have to be here to work. Or we have to, that's life in general. So you want somebody that's going to, you want somebody that you're going to be a partner with, not just somebody who's going to depend on you.
To all the young guys, if you're getting married, thinking you're going to get lucky every night.
The real world is, I work.
Don't do it.
I work. There's always something going on. As soon as I get home from work, guys, I work all day long. As soon as I walk in the door, I walk straight to the kitchen. I don't even take off my uniform.
No matter what happens now, guys, in y'all's relationship, don't think it's staying like that, because it won't. Trust me.
But they don't stay the same either, guys.
Oh, no.
They grumpy. They hangry all the time. They're always something ain't right. Just something ain't right. But again, it has to be somebody that you're willing to put up with.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But
if I had to give advice on when to get married, when would you say is a good age to get married?
Okay, so for me, guys, I wanted to be a young mom. I didn't want to be an old mom. I wanted to be being able to run around with them. Like right now, the kids are almost adults, and I have an adult already, right? So, but I want to be able to hang out with him. I want to be able to go out with him. I didn't want to be an older parent just because I felt like we weren't going to have anything in common. And what were they going to do? Growing up like that, I wouldn't want to grow up like that. So that was my decision. We thought about it when we got married, or when we were getting married. What were we going to do? I kind of figured out I wanted to be a young mom, and that's what we kind of decided.
When we got married, I got my job, and just graduated school and got my job. And she was working full time. So before anything, I had told her, okay, now I've got a serious career now, making serious money. What do you want to do? I gave her the option. I said we can travel the world in our early 20s, see everything, and have a family later in our late 20s, or have a family now in our early 20s, and then travel when we're older.
But I do gotta say, if we were making as much money as we do now, if we were making that in our early 20s, obviously, guys, times change. Your pay increases, stuff like that. Yes, we had a nice house, we had nice cars, this and that, but not enough to go and travel the world like we wanted to. I think now that we're older, I kind of think we can now.
But see, that was the thing. When I asked you that, we had no mortgage, we had no car payment, we had no major bills.
But we were living with parents,
Right.
So
And,
I mean,
and that's one of those things where you're like, okay, you got to kind of give up something to take something else, and so we gave up traveling and having a lot of free spending money for the family. But it like I said, it's just something you got to ask yourself, like, okay, what do I want to do, now? Am I ready to settle down and have a family, or am I still wanting to travel? So you got to make sure your partner, is going to want to, do the same things that you want to do at that point in time, and plus in the future. Like I said, we made the agreement, like, hey, you know what? Okay, you want to have a family now? We're going to have a family now, and in the future, we are going to travel. And luckily, we still both have the same mindset that that's what we want to do. Mm-hmm. So that's something you really got to consider, because, in my opinion, when you're 16, your mind changes a little bit at 18, changes, again in early 20s, changes again when you're 25, changes when you're 28. You start becoming an older adult that, you kind of settle in your ways, and, your ideas and thoughts are different from when you're 18. Mm-hmm. So, you have to make sure that someone is changing with you, that you still have the same hopes and dreams and goals together.
Like, I've heard so many people say, yeah, you're together for the kids and this and that. But guys, once the kids grow up.
Don't do that.
Once the kids grow up, like ours, we're not cool enough for them to hang out with. So they're never with us. It's very rare that we're all together.
I am, but since I got to bring her with me, we can't hang out with them.
Whatever, guys. Y'all already know. My thing is, guys, make sure you like each other at least a little bit, or have the same hobbies, or hey, enjoy their hobby, or hey, go out on dates, stuff like that, just to kind of keep it good, I guess, or I don't know what the word is. Because if not, somebody's gonna be unhappy. Mm-hmm. So my suggestion is, if you decide to be with somebody, make sure that you like them, not just because you have kids, or not just because the kids are growing up. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. We had a crazy life. We were everywhere. Softball, baseball, fields, every day, every weekend. Robert was a coach to both teams at one time. We were everywhere. So it was hard. It was really hard. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. We loved it. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. And now we're like, what are we going to do? Like, where are we going? Because there's no more sports for us. The kids are grown up, They're fixing to have their own lives and stuff like that. So you have to make sure that you like the other person.
Right. And if you tell yourself, I'm just going to deal with my spouse till the kids, grow up and move away. There's no guarantee they're moving away at 18. They could be there at 20, 22, trying to get their lives together. So in the meantime, you've basically wasted 18 years of your life, 20, 22, 25. And then when they're finally gone at that point, you're thinking, I'm in my late 40s. Do I really want to start over? And then at that point, you're stuck with this person that you've been unhappy with for 20 years. Do you really want that? I've seen a lot of marriages, where, the people are 60, 65, and they're really unhappy. And at that point, they're like, well, I might as well stay because I'm too old to get my own place. I'm too old to find somebody.
Or income.
Yeah.
Income's a big
income, there you go.
Thing
Even
too.
Income. So you basically wasted 30, 40 years of your life in an unhappy relationship. You might as well have just been single from that whole time.
Right.
And I understand, everybody wants the family together, the mom, the dad, the kids, everybody, together, which is great thinking. But if you're in an unhappy relationship, those kids are going to notice. And they can have a happier childhood knowing that both their parents are happy separate. Than together and always fighting, always miserable. You don't want that.
Right.
Don't waste your youth. Make sure one of y'all can cook. For real. We had an ice storm this past year.
Oh, yeah, here in Dallas.
So everybody was locked in their house. Mm-hmm. So you had to deal with the person that you were with.
We even had family come here because they didn't have power.
Yeah. So
we were the only ones with power.
Yeah. So we're used to Ubering food and all that because thinking, oh, well, yeah, we'll just Uber. If something like that goes down, one of y'all needs to know how to cook because, man, don't. Someone got to cook and someone got to clean.
And it's funny, guys. Like, I do cook. I cook a lot. But it's funny that I feel like Robert gets tired of the stuff I cook. And you get in the same rut. And you start cooking the same stuff. And you start, so... And for me, it's like a quick, easy, whatever dinner I can do. Robert is more...
I'm going to show you something, guys.
Shut up. I already know what you're going to say.
When we first got married, okay? I give her credit. She was trying to make different meals every day. Okay? Same ingredients. Rice, ground beef, lettuce, tomato, cheese, salsa. So, this was the meal. It was either flat, folded, or rolled.
But you have food in your belly.
So,
and you don't look like you're dehydrated or starving.
Burritos, the same freaking stuff every day.
Does he look malnourished? Nope.
No.
Nope.
Why? Because I eat Debbie snacks. That's why.
He's so stupid, I swear. Guys, whatever. It's just funny that I think about that because other people that taste my food, they're like, "Oh my god, like you did this is good," and all this.
It's
a
good.
lot
It's
of people
great.
give me compliments.
Yeah, it's very good.
But
when you have it 5 days in a row, okay, we need something different. See, you're trying to get me fat.
Yeah, I am.
And then you're over here. He's skinny.
Well, that's because you're talking noise. Alright, guys, so another thing I thought about too is we have the same mindset on the kids. I know we talked about kids a minute ago, but like how to raise them, how to be around them, how to you have to have the same mindset, guys, because if not, one of y'all are gonna say it's fine not to go to school, or it's fine for them to misbehave. And the other one's going to be like, oh, no, we're going to have to lay down the law, and somebody's going to be mad. One of y'all going to be mad.
You got to be overall, you got to be on the same page.
Yes, yeah. I'm glad for us, it kind of worked out, because we wanted to raise our kids in a nice school. We wanted to raise our kids in a nice neighborhood. We wanted to raise our kids to want to go to college, to want to go to school, just to educate themselves. Like I've always told my kids, do better than me. I went to college for like 6 months, a year, whatever it was. So I have some college. And Robert did graduate from a technical school. But I always tell my kids, do better than us. Be better than us.
You always say you want every generation to make one step above you.
Right.
So that way, every family is doing better than the previous ancestors. Mm-hmm. Our family, my parents, a lot, my mom worked in the crop fields, pulling vegetables and fruits and everything. And my dad, kind of did a little bit of everything, same thing, and did some other things too. And he kind of went to college for a while, and I wanted to make sure I did a little bit better than him. And then now I told my kids too, okay, what I did, now you surpass me. And then your kids do better than you. So we busted our butts and did everything we could to help, Xavier with the schooling and financing and all that. And now we're planning on helping YaYa. Same thing. Whatever her goals are, that's fine. But use our knowledge and our experience so you don't go through the same obstacles we did. Mm-hmm. So you can get where you want to get faster and hopefully surpass us, And, a lot of times teenagers are like, yeah, mom, dad, whatever. Y'all don't know what you're talking about, But you got to find a way to try to get to them. Mm-hmm. And, make them understand, like, we've done this. We've been through it. Don't do the same things we did because you're going to go through the same hardships. So,
and guys, teenagers are hard. Teenagers are really hard. But you have a way to get to them. So that way they can understand what's right, what's wrong, what you should be doing in life, what you shouldn't be doing in life. Take advice from us. We've already made mistakes. My parent didn't explain nothing. They just go into the world and figure it out. And I made so many mistakes, guys. From credit to buying huge purchases that I probably shouldn't have. I mean, but those were just things that, I mean, I had to deal with and I had to figure it out.
But right now with our kids, they're teenagers, and we're already working on their credits. I think my son has a 790 credit score right now. My daughter just started out with her credit history now, but we didn't even think about our credit history till we were 18, 19, 20.
We were just getting credit cards left and right. I mean, we were thinking, oh, let's go charge this, and let's get some new shoes, new clothes, this and that.
Yeah.
It was fun, but in the long run, it hurt us. Like, nobody told us, nobody explained to us about any of that. Finances, banks, nothing. So it's real good to be able to have that same mindset to talk to your kids. Not just that is, I kind of almost feel like making sure like you have your separate accounts. Like if you're not just that. Let me explain. Like we do have a joint account. I have a separate account. It's just savings.
Me too.
And it's just, hey, for a rainy day, if we ever need a big purchase, if we ever need emergency comes down, the water heater breaks. During that snowstorm, it broke. And it was like, Robert had to fix it in the snowstorm by himself. And that was going to get the water heater, installing it, everything. And it's not cheap. Yeah, it's not cheap.
Thanks, Tony.
Macuncoño. So yeah, guys, I mean, I'm just saying stuff like that. Like, just so you can save from rainy day. I'm not saying, oh, my stuff is my stuff and your stuff is your stuff. No. We do have a joint account, pays bills, our entertainment, our whatever we're doing on a weekly basis. But it's good to have that trust for each other, and so that way you can save for a rainy day. Every time we had to go get Xavier in Corpus, it's not cheap. Gas wasn't cheap. Hotels were not cheap. So quick, $500 right there, $600 on a quick trip. So that, I mean, we would pull from there. So, I mean, it's just good to be able to save on the side is what I'm saying, not just...
Yeah. And my separate account, same thing. I have our joint account for entertainment, you know, groceries, gas. And then I have my separate accounts that I use for bills and my business account and stuff like that too. And I have a savings account too, you know, that I put money for, let's say the house mortgage, knowing I'm not going to touch it, or same thing, saving money for a rainy day or anything like that. It is always good to have, you know, in our opinion, it is good to have a joint account and then separate accounts, you know, so that way, you know, because some couples, one spouse is a big spender and the other's, you know, a saver, which is fine, you know, so you're going to have to find what works for you guys, you know, what compromise you guys, you know, are willing to accept, but this works for us. You know, we did try the one account, and I think this way it works a lot better.
Right. Yeah. But guys, I think we're pretty much touched on everything that we wanted to touch on.
I'm done, and I'm ready for my Debbie snack.
I'm almost done. But guys, make sure that y'all subscribe, like, comment. I'm going to keep trying to do these Talk About It Tuesdays. I kind of think y'all liked them because I was getting some DMs, and I think I'm going to keep them up.
Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, give us topics or suggestions, whatever.
You want advice on how to be the most awesome husband? Let me know. I'll let you know.
That probably won't be on our channel.
All it takes is this right here. That's all it takes.
Whatever. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and let y'all go, and like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Don't forget to hit the little bell so you get all of our notifications. I kind of like this Taco Tuesday. It's kind of fun. Plus I get to eat next to a hot chick here. He's trying to gain points, guys. Compliments, guys, go a long way. So, you know what I'm saying. Alright guys. We will see you on the next one. Bye guys. Bye.